the autumn season, the non-existent autumn in India. I was, because I absolutely adore this season, because the movies, the shows, the books, the music this season brings with itself. I'm just a big fan, and today we're gonna have a cozy little sit down video. Get yourself a cup of coffee or tea, your choice of poison, because I am going to give you some really good book recommendation. Tune in with me, have a cozy time, and let's get started. I'm super duper excited because I get to tell you what I love, right? The first category that I'm going to recommend books from is the middle grade spooks and graphic novel. The first book is going to be Coraline. This is a classic. You have to get your hands on Coraline book by Neil Gaiman. And if you don't want to read, you can go for the graphic novel of Coraline as well. It is beautifully illustrated. And if you don't want to do that either, you have to watch the Coraline movie. I'm never going to put a book down and tell you that watch the movie is better, but in this case I would have to do that. The movie is definitely better. It's a stop motion animation. I am a big fan of Coraline movie, but at the same time the book and the graphic novel both are super duper great. To give you a context, Coraline is about this teenage, almost prepubescent girl whose parents get shifted to a house, a new home away from the city because of their job. They neglect her a lot, as she feels she's a neglected child. She doesn't feel included in the plan. She feels that she has very boring parents, and then soon she finds a secret gateway to another dimension, another reality, where she gets to meet other mother and other father who are better versions of her parents, who give in to her whimsies, give in to her wants and needs. They give her time, they feed her well, they spend a lot of time with her. But does anything good come without a price? Soon we get to discover what she is going through. It's a beautiful, spooky, and horrifying book. The movie is definitely worth a watch. Do go and watch it. Next book that I would like to recommend is going to be Fangs. It's a graphic novel which I absolutely enjoyed. This is a love story between a vampire and a werewolf. The vampire is a girl and the werewolf is a boy, and this showcases all the stereotypes that we know about vampire and werewolf, but in a romantic and a very cute way. I got emotional. It's like a very fun graphic novel, but it made me really emotional because they accepted each other for what they are and they didn't have to adjust. I mean, according to what others want. If she likes blood, she likes blood. If he is a dog and wants to be pet, he wants to be pet. If he likes hunting, he likes to hunt. They love each other the way they are, and it's just so beautiful. The way different kinds of books and shows and movies have been referenced in this graphic novel about werewolves or vampires, like Vampire Diaries, Twilight have been referenced. I absolutely adored it. It's a very short book. You definitely should check it out because it's amazing. It's just amazing. It's a short read and a very good one. The next is The Haunting of Evelyn Jones. This is about a girl who is going to have her fall vacation with her aunt in a very sleepy small seaside town, but she wants to read a lot, so she goes to library. I think no, not a library, but a old bookshop, and buys a book from there. But she soon finds out that this book belonged to a girl who went missing years ago, and now suddenly she thinks she's haunted. And then we find out what exactly happened to that girl and what exactly is happening to Evelyn Jones. It's a middle grade spooky book. The atmosphere was immaculate. The story, the folklore about the missing girl, felt spooky. It felt very eerie. It felt really good. It absolutely fit my craving for something autumnish. I started my autumn with this book and it was very good. It was very good. You should definitely check it out. This is a series of 3 books, I think, and I've already read the first book and I'm very excited for the next 2 books. So yeah, let's jump right into the next category, that is whimsical, cozy, and witchy. The very first book from this category is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. I've already read her first book, that is Secret Society of Irregular Witches, I think, and I absolutely loved it because It was so cozy and yet not boring, because I tend to find cozy books a little bit mundane, and when I'm not in the mood, I don't want to read mundane books. There's like a specific time when I only could read mundane books, but at that time, I really wanted something fast paced, and it did deliver. This book is basically about Sarah Swan, who is like the most powerful witch at the present. She is just so freaking powerful. Everybody is jealous of her, but she loses a lot of, like, most of her magic because she illegally resurrected her aunt who untimely died, and now she has also been banned from the society of witches because that was completely illegal what she did. Now she has to manage a inn, like a magical inn, with her aunt Jasmine, where she have to look out for the magical shenanigans of the magical guests that come to that inn. And soon comes a magical historian in her life who could actually help her restore her magics. But does he? He kind of does not want to, because he does not want to get involved with a witch who is so powerful and did something illegal, and his righteousness does not like let him do that, but he finds himself agreeing to it, and now everything is going awry. So yeah, that is the book. It was so cozy. I definitely recommend it, because Sangu Mandana has a way of writing cozy books that does not feel really boring, because nowadays cozy books are being mass produced and it's the same formula every single where every single book seems the same, but Sangu Mandana does it really well. So yeah. The next book is Fantastic Beast series of the Harry Potter and the other books, such as Quidditch Through the Ages, Tales of Beedle the Bard, Hogwarts an Incomplete and Unreliable Guide, Short Stories from Hogwarts, Power Politics, Pesky, Poltergeist, Short Story from Hogwarts of Heroism, Hardship and Dangerous Hobbies, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find the Original Screenplay. So there are a lot of other extra books in Harry Potter world as well. The universe does not only have 7 books, but a lot extra books where you get to know more about the world and the universe of Harry Potter, which is really cozy and interesting to read, and you feel like you're reading actual history but fun. Fantasy history is actually very fun. It makes you feel like you're a scholar, but you're having fun at the same time. So it's absolutely suited for this season. Autumn calls for some Harry Potter. If you don't want to read Harry Potter because you've already read it, you can also reread. There's like no judgment there, but also you can go for the other books in the universe because they're also very interesting. I love them all. So yeah, that was the only 2 recommendations that I had from Whimsical, Cozy and Witchy. The very next category is Dark Academia. See, autumn is more often than not equivalent to Dark Academia these days, because people have gone gaga over this, and to be honest, I'm also a victim. So let's not waste much time and talk about the books. The first book is My Plain Jane. This is a retelling of Jane Eyre, and so good. Such a good retelling, I have to say, because here Jane can see ghosts. Yes, Jane can see ghosts, and Charlotte Bronte, the author of the book itself, is also a character who is friends with Jane Eyre, because they both grew up in the same orphanage. Jane might have killed somebody to protect all the girls in the orphanage, and Charlotte Bronte is maybe onto her that Jane is not what she shows everybody. Also, Jane is going to join ghost hunting society, I think, and she's not going to swept off of her feet by Mr. Rochester. So this is a retelling of Jane Eyre. I love the retelling because it's very funny, it's horror, gothic, and Dark Academia as well, because Charlotte Bronte is a writer. She is in search of a story, and that's why she absorbs everybody, and we see this whole story unfold through her lens as well, from a lens of a academic. That's why it feels more of a. The next book in the category is Graveyard Shift by ML Rio. Though I did not have a lot of flattering review of this book, but I think this book might suit to a lot of people's taste, because it's a very short book. It's a novella, and it's quick, and it's, I think, good. It was not my taste, but it wasn't that bad, I feel. Or maybe because I expect a lot from Emil Rio after If We Were Villains. That could be the reason, or I'm being unfair. But anyway, this book is about this group of people who meet at night in the ancient cemetery of a college, but soon they discover a freshly dug grave which shouldn't be there, and they find out that there is a grave digger who is digging graves here and there in the cemetery, which should not be the case. He shouldn't do that, and they tail him. They keep lookout for him, whatever he is doing, and they think he could be the reason of a lot of mishappenings in the town lately. There is a lot of mystery going around in the town. There is a lot of killing going around in the town, and they think he could be definitely the reason, and they get involved in this case. And I feel this book takes you on a journey and perspective of 5 different people who come from a very different backgrounds, and they have their own secrets. And because this is happening all in the cemetery of a college, it gives off a dark academia vibe, so definitely you should give it a try. I enjoyed it, but not as much as I wanted to, because I had a lot of expectations after reading If We Were Villains by Emil Rio. It could be unfair on my part, I am not really sure, but yeah, that was the reason. The very next book in the category is If We Were Villains by Emil Rio. I cannot recommend this book enough. I have been obsessed with this book since I have read it. I cannot make a video on autumn and not say anything about it. Just don't expect that from me. It's too much. It's too much, you ask. So If We Were Villains is about 7 theatre students, and one of them dies and one of them goes jail for it. But the police who investigated this case does not believe so, and he goes on to that person to receive that person when he gets free from the jail, and asks him, tell me what exactly happened, because I think you were not the one who killed that person. And then our protagonist, who went to jail for the murder that he might or might not have committed, goes on to tell the story of lust, love, revenge, passion, jealousy, a lot of competition, that too toxic. A story where this friendship leads to a lot of things that a friendship should not. It could be a very, very controversial opinion, but it is better than Secret History. If you are well versed with Shakespeare, this book is going to be an experience. I was a bit well versed with Shakespearean plays, that's why I could actually get the essence of it. I had read Julius Caesar, Macbeth, Hamlet. I had not read King Lear, but I have idea what exactly King Lear is about. The plot twist in this book is also a play, and I had not read that play. I had not read what exactly that play was. I had not even heard about that play, and I read the plot twist and I could not understand it. I went on, I read the play, googled something about it, and boy, it hit me so freaking hard. I just could not put down that book until I could just not breathe anymore. I just could not breathe after reading that page. I just could not breathe after understanding the freaking genius plot twist. It's a very beautiful book. I want to reread it. I think I will reread it. I love it so much. Just do not miss it for anything. Just do not miss it for anything. A book that, if I recommend you only one book from this whole list, this is the book. This is that book. Let me be very, very clear. So that was Dark Academia. The next category is Modern Gothic and Atmospheric. It is one of my favorite categories in the whole video, and the first book from this category is going to be Don't Let the Forest In. I was astonished by reading this book because this was so good. I was not expecting a lot from this book, but this book gave me what I was lacking. I think I was in a big reading slump, but this book just pulled me out of it. This is about 2 boys, Andrew and Thomas. Andrew loves writing. He writes twisted, gory, gothic monster stories, and Thomas paints them into reality. He makes the monster come to life by painting them on the canvases, on his sketchpad, notepad, and this is their relationship, okay? And Andrew also has a twin sister, and these 3 are very tight. They are a group and they love each other immensely. We sometimes feel a sexual tension between 3 of them, and we certainly don't know what is going on, but something is up, definitely. This year when they come back to school, there is something different about Thomas. His parents have vanished without any heir. He is spotted with some blood on his sleeves, and he's hiding something from Andrew, and Andrew is desperate that what is my friend hiding from me, what is going on. This book is a nature horror, I think, and it's so beautifully descriptive. The forest is breathing. The forest has life. in this book, if you understand what imagery is, if you appreciate what imagery does to a book, to a story, to a novel, then you would definitely understand what imagery did to this book in particular. I absolutely love this book. The ending is heart-wrenching. This book is a lot deeper than it seems, so definitely tread with care, caution. The next book in the category is a Mexican Gothic. Mexican Gothic is a book about this girl who goes to live with her sick sister in her in-laws home, and she seems to find something happening over there. She is lucid dreaming and something is off about the house. She feels that the house has life, the house is haunted maybe. She seems to see and notice a lot of things that don't seem natural but supernatural. Her dreams are being controlled by someone. She seems to notice mushrooms here and there, very unnatural places. She seems to think that her sister is maybe a victim to something that is going on in this sinister home. This is also a nature gothic, a fungi gothic, I think, and is very deep, is very erotic in a way that makes you think, I think. That is how I can tell you about this book, because I don't have a lot of description, because I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't want to take away the joy of discovering the book on your own self. So Mexican Gothic is definitely a read. It's a lot about mushrooms, so very apt for the autumn season. The next book in this category is One Dark Window, which I have not read yet completely. I am still in the middle of reading this book, but I'm gonna definitely recommend this book because it is dark, magic, fantasy, mist, dark forest, spirits, a lot of magic, prohibited magic, and a prohibited romance as well, enemies to lovers. So basically this is about this girl Elspeth who has magic where magic is prohibited. The country that she lives in does not allow magic, but she is infected with magic, and she seems to be on an adventure where she has to find 3 providence cards, which is something that you'll get to know in the story. I will not spoil it for you. Read it for the atmosphere. If not anything, read it for the atmosphere and the magic system this book has. She is getting help from this particular person that she would not expect help from, because this person is meant to kill the people who have infected magic, but somehow he is helping her because he also has a personal agenda. And the book, I am not even half through, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The magic system is to die for and feels very atmospheric, dark, gothic. The forest is again a very big main character of this book as well. So yeah, that was the modern gothic and atmospheric category. This category of this video is classic goth, and the first book in the category is Dracula by Bram Stoker. Bram Stoker's Dracula is a gothic horror novel about Count Dracula who moves from Transylvania to London to find new victims, and a group led by Professor Van Helsing who must stop him. Our real estate agent, who is the main character of the book, goes to Transylvania to help Mr. Count Dracula to get a property in London, but soon he finds out that he has sinister intentions, but he is kept imprisoned over there. And simultaneously in London there are some killings going on, and Van Helsing has to stop them. The scene where Van Helsing and the whole group goes to stop Count Dracula is something that I'll never ever forget, because the way it has been written can only be made into a movie by a great director, and I still have to see a good film about it. I have not seen a good film of Bram Stoker up to my standards, as far as I can tell you. This book is an epistolary novel, which means it is in the form of diary entries, letters, cassette recordings, and personal thoughts and soliloquy. When I read it, I was very young, so it blew me off. Like, I was extremely impressed, and there was a time when I got to know what writing can do to a person. So I would highly recommend this book to you. The second book in the category is We've Always Lived in the Castle. This is basically about 2 sisters who live in a castle isolated from the whole world, but there are rumors about them in the villages that these sisters killed their parents and the whole family. Now, is it true or not? This book talks heavily on the sibling bond, or what can siblings can do for each other, how these 2 went through life with all that judgment and also a mystery going on that if they killed or not. You have to find out. The way it has been written, you will always be on the edge of your seat. The perfect book for a spooky autumn night. It's like a bit on the darker side, but it's autumn, so you gotta you gotta read a spooky autumnish book. The last book from the category and also the video is going to be Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, which is a book about this woman who gets married to a very rich man and moves in with him to a very big castle. But soon she feels a very heavy presence in the house. She gets to know that she's not the first wife but the second wife of the man, and this woman, the first wife, died under very mysterious circumstances, and she's always made to feel that you are not the first choice, you're the second choice, and everybody in the house hates the second wife, and she has to deal with the repercussions of getting married to this man who had a larger than life first wife. And the mystery is there also, like you will not see the ending coming. It's such a good ending. This was so twisty. Daphne du Maurier definitely made it in the favorite author list after this book, and I've still not read a lot of books, not read a second book by her. I don't know why. I should definitely read, and I am very 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 excited for this autumn season. I hope you had great time. This was all the recommendations that I had to give you. I recommend all of them. I love all of these books, and definitely give it a try. Let me know your impressions on these books, because these books are my favorite autumn reads, and I hope you have a great time this autumn. Bye bye. See you in my next video.